We just want this industry just out here, just pounding the bedrock of the seafloor. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 283. Wow, really getting up there. Seems like we started this series so long ago. And yet today, I'm acutely aware of how much time I'm spending on a single planet. Now, I'm really feeling this. For the first time, I feel like, first time in a while, I feel like I'm building a base that's worth something. It's actually going to matter. That people will really want to visit, and maybe even visit somewhat frequently once they can just zip on over here through the terminus. And that really has me excited to not want to just do it halfway and leave. And so because of that, we're taking our time. We're doing a lot of things properly. And what that means is we don't, as I'm sitting here saying how I don't want to waste a lot of time, I do still want to gather some kelp sack, though. I need to gather this from now on whenever I'm in the ocean and it's available. As it's been mentioned that I can make some pretty interesting things with kelp sack, and there's just no other way to get it currently. So sure, we'll spend maybe just a second gathering it up, but then we're going to get right back to work. As you can see, I'm currently installing more products to expand our power generation because we're actually very close to our maximum. That being said, I'm pre-selecting the color so as to save time even more. But what we need is a second floor. Oh, and we need more glass. Well, lucky for us, we don't have a shortage of the frostwort that is required for glass. I almost wish there was a quick crafting method. But we'll just have to work with what we have. Now, my first thought was that we would just have this thing as a giant spire sticking out of the water, but then I realized this is actually kind of deep. This is in a little bit of a trench. I mean, not like a trench, the beginning of a trench. It continues to go down. But because it is not that near the surface, I don't think we're going to need it to actually break the surface of the water. But like many other things, it's not going to be required for people to come out here, so while we do want it to look decent, we're not going to worry about making it excessive in that it doesn't need to break beyond the realm of what is required for the base. Because at that point, while it looks cool and we're going for better aesthetics, this isn't sort of a hugely aesthetic base. We have the tower, we are going to put a decorative area here, we are going to put things for people to look at, but by and large, the major appeal of the base is the 10 million units an hour that we're generating currently, and the capability for it to hold about 30 million units worth of activated indium in storage. Okay, now that we have this set up here, I wonder if there's even a need to put the lights down in here. I think I would be remiss if I didn't put any lights down in here, but let's not go out of control. You like how I used a term that was different? Yeah, see, I'm learning. So I think we'll just do a simple 4 red lights on the ground and leave it at that. The thing is actually fairly illuminated with its geomagnetic power generators. And there we go. So we'll get the wires. Let's click from here to there, there to this one to... Ah, it's tough because you can't look straight down. And it doesn't matter because all of these cords will be hidden. We've said it once, we've said it a bunch. Now, back to the concrete with the glass floor. We'll make sure that the color is where we want it to be. Yeah, we can't place it on top of those, but we don't really want to. Look at that. So we have this neat little glass box, a glass case of emotion, glass cage of emotion, if you will. And we're going to go with more power. We're fairly close to the limit, and it would still be nice to get our oxygen extraction center straightened out. But I don't know if we're going to put a roof on this per se. This might just be fine the way it is. Now, if we look, these should still be generating a significant... Oh, yeah. Still in the 200s each. That's a thing of beauty is what that is. And now I don't know if these are going to be in the 200s. Yeah, 199. Just starting to experience drop-off. Not too bad, though. So we'll daisy chain them together as before. Alright, and I think if we circle back, we'll just connect at a couple redundant locations just to be sure that everything is going well. And now we can see, ooh, double the power. We could keep building it up. Oh, we could. What's our ferrite dust looking like? We've already used up an entire stack of ferrite dust. I think we'll leave it as is for now. I think that's fairly good. It's okay to have that stuff on top. I can be okay with that. This, again, this is a function over form type base. We don't want to sacrifice form entirely. I never do, but function is the star of this show. As such, we're actually going to expand our capabilities out in this direction. Because as I've noticed, I was looking at our extractors here, and I couldn't help but notice that in the front, we're pulling 495, and in the back, we're pulling 447, which means we really have a whole lot more space in the front of this ore deposit that we can build. A lot more. So I'm thinking maybe 2 more rows. And of course they're red because that's what they're gonna be. Two more rows is going to give us some pretty crazy generation per hour. And I think we're going to expand storage too. Now, but before you get a little, I don't want your eyes to roll and to be like, oh my goodness, we're going to expand storage. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build sort of a hidden pocket and just stuff it full of storage and not care how it looks. Because if we hide it from view, right, then only those of us that watch this particular part of the series will know what's going on. And if that's confusing, just stand by and it won't be. All right, we're getting there, getting there. I'm so excited for this base. I haven't been excited to build a base for a while, and it's because of that that I'm trying to listen to my instincts, and my instincts say, stick with it, Thranxes. Don't rush it. Don't try to leave before you feel like you should, because it's way too easy for me to get in my head where I would just go, oh, nobody wants me to stay here, I should leave. But really, when it comes down to it, I want to stay here, and isn't that what matters? Let's go ahead and paint all of these red. Yes. And we could enclose this in some sort of thing, but really I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. We just want this industry just out here, just pounding the bedrock of the seafloor. Oh my goodness. 15,000 an hour. That means we'll fill up the storage in 2 hours. How ridiculous is that? I think we need more. I think 2 hours. We're not going to be able to come back to this base every 2 hours. This is just unheard of. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to go so incredibly deep into the storage, and we haven't even touched the oxygen yet. I think at this point, we're going to have to make a command decision and actually put in a cut. Even though I generally don't do this, I think we'll just have to advance time a little bit. We're going to time travel. You're not opposed to that, are you? Now the trick is they're not letting us expand the construction zone for our base, so we're having to use the build camera and just cheat a little bit, but it's okay because this is not going to be now. Why would it not allow me to put that there, I wonder? It's almost like the game can tell I'm trying to cheese the system a little bit. So, as it turns out, the mechanism with which you can build beyond your base parameters has changed. I don't know if there was a patch, an update, a hot fix. I know we built that just the other day, and now, even out here, we just can't build things. So how did I do this? How did I get this gas extraction over here in this oxygen cloud, which we needed? Well, what we did was I went as far as I could where my construction was to the full base, which ends up being about here. Then select build camera and go as far as I can in that range until the sphere stops me. And then I just long range built that platform from over here. As such, I'm not going to try and make it look nice, because the truth is, it's just too difficult. We're lucky we even were able to tap that oxygen source in this base. And since I'm only going to do a single stack of oxygen, because that's a secondary function of this base, we just have a few of these set up, equaling a 1/1 full stack. It's going to take, half a day to fill up, but again, it's just a nice little bonus for somebody who gets here and they go, oh, look, some oxygen. And we put the final canister over by the base so that now we have the indium container and the oxygen container right next to each other. Ouch. Jellyfish. Ah, yes. Well, it turns out there's a lot more to this endeavor than I had originally thought. So, we're going to press right on and... Oh, hello! Nanite Cluster 2000. Boy, that almost feels like worth all that time I put into processing that sludge, only not really, because that was a lot of time. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was really worth it. I mean, I'm not going to turn down 2,000 nanites, but that was a long time processing all that sludge. We'll have to keep our eyes open, but for now, We need more ferrite dust. We are so far past all of our ferrite dust. It is all used up. All of it's gone. We're just going to have to start processing rust. And once that stack of rust is processed, we're going to have to process more of it, and process more of it, and process more of it, because I like the idea of this place giving 30 million units to somebody when they show up, but the truth is it's not enough. That's not enough. We all know that that's not enough. That if somebody comes here and they go 30 million units, it's like, that's great, but what is that going to get them? What exactly is 30 million units going to get them? No. We have to keep our eyes on the horizon, our eyes on the prize. This stop is going to be money central, and that's why this is the making it rain base. We need to get to work. We need lots and lots more storage for activated indium. As it turns out, we have a long way to go. As plans change, we must adapt. It becomes obvious that this was not merely a side project. This was what we wanted to do all along. This was it. This was it. What good is exploring the universe in earnest when it can never be fully explored? We need to give back. There's been so much help, so many tips, so much assistance, guides, portal coordinates. The community is really what makes everything what it is. And what have we given back? Sure, some entertainment. At least, I hope that's the goal. But shouldn't it be more than that? We have the Thranxian Expanse, a couple of racetracks that probably sit unpowered. But what we need is a kicking off point. We need a place where people can show up and get everything their heart desires. What do I mean by that? I mean money. Money like it's their job. We should focus on setting things up here being decorative more than anything else. While this isn't mainly a decorative base, there should be something for those that come here. But I'm acutely aware of the fact that I simply don't have the decorations that I wish I did. Not nearly as many as I had hoped. And so which ones do we put up? Seating, right? Floor mat, perhaps? Could look neat. Is there a way we can get it blue? Gray with a blue outline? I accept those terms. But what it really comes down to is people are going to want a place to sleep. No, a place to sit. Yes. Now we see the meaning. Now it's clear. Not centered, not okay. If we snap it like this, we can keep the other one in view. Try to look for some alignment points. Pretty darn close. I'll take that. And maybe we can get some hanging lights. We could do some of these internal lights. They should light up from room to room here. In fact, I'd like to get some blue lights over here by the trade terminal. Perhaps a robotic companion? Now this is starting to feel like I want it to. Now it is. Let's see, we can have something here and here. And if we're going to do that, then we might as well, I'm thinking, we have some drawers. We can't exactly walk underneath this without hitting our heads. So if that's the case, these banners are rather nice. No. No, we can put a desk, tech panel. Yes, we can put a desk here. Because we can't walk through these anyways. So put a couple of desks down. And then what do we have to decorate our desks with? Technical panel on the wall here. Technical panel on the wall there. Oh, a locker. No. Decals? Not what we're looking for. Ornaments. This is where we're limited. There's very few things that we can actually decorate with, simply because we haven't spent the Quicksilver like we should have. We haven't earned the Quicksilver like we should have. You know what? These desks are obsolete. We want this worktop here. This is exactly where we want to be. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes, I accept these terms. Decorated, but not overdone. This base is not made to be fancy. It's made to get the job done. I feel like we're going to leave these large refiners here because a base is just better with large refiners. It's just the truth of it. Maybe we'll leave one of them. We need a living quarters. We need a place to sleep. Yes. We have our little lounge work area here to get some work done. And we're going to need to have a place to sleep and other such items. So maybe only one refiner will stay. Time will tell. I'm going to keep getting some ferrite dust and expanding our production. Look at that, 103 metal plating. You know, the truth is, no matter how hard I try to be self-sufficient at our base where we're making all the money, I cannot beat the Terranautica manufacturing base. Plus, it's nice to know that we're here around so many more of the community. But we need to get these bottom 4 refiners running, and I need to get this episode wrapped up. Alright, so at this point we're about done. We have our lounge area here with the trade terminal, and then over here I think we're going to leave the large refiner opposite. I don't know if I'm going to put much in this room just because the large refiner clobbers it so much. Maybe I think we'll continue with the blue lights. I actually really like the way these blue lights look on the inside of these walls here. And then maybe we'll do a little bit here and here as well. You know what? Perhaps there are some decorations we could fit here. Let's see if we put these here. No, they sort of obstruct the view, though, is the problem. Let's see if we put this here. Oh, So much noise. I don't really care for those. Let's see, we could put some drawers here, and some drawers here. I think that's what we'll do. This is a little bit of a workroom, not really made to lay around. So we'll have some drawers, and no, a server doesn't really fit thematically. We could put weapons on the wall. No, that doesn't look right either. A tall cabinet, side panel shelving. None of these work. Oh, but we could do some light tables in the corner. Oh, look at that. Those look nice, and I think we'll leave the view open there. So then what are we going to have here? Well, this is going to be the sleeping quarters. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a bed. Right, we'll put the bed right here, and then on the other side, no. I was going to make it symmetrical, but I don't think so. Let's put some fans up. Because yes, just as the AI notified us, this planet is incredibly hot, and we want to make sure that the living area is nice and cool. Let's put in over here. What do we have? This octa cabinet. This is fairly interesting. Can I toggle the size of this? Ooh, I can. No. That's not going to work for me. What we need is more of a table here. We need something to sit at that we... yes. May I grow this a little bit? Perfect. So we've got this nice table in the corner. I think what we'll do is we'll actually... Oh. Need that star silk. Perhaps if we're lucky. I doubt we'll be so lucky, but no, there is no star silk. So then we'll just have to make ourselves a less comfortable chair that... Oh, there is no chair. We've always got the sofa. Oh, we could just sort of wrap the sofa around the table. No, I don't like the way that looks. You know what? We'll just make it a standing table. I think that's perfectly acceptable, actually. I don't see any problem with that at all, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I have 0 star silk on me. And I'm just trying to finish. That is pure speculation. I think if we put a reality generator here... Sure. Oh, it clips. No, I don't want that. Sure. I do like that. We can go back to the blue lights. And here we were just talking about... We were just talking about things that make noise. But we're not going to change our minds. No. A little bit of noise is okay. It tells you there's activity. Things going on. Things happening. I think at this point, we just need to keep it simple and remember that this base has a purpose above being easy on the eyes. So if we make a few areas decorated, but the focus is the view. Now granted, the view is mostly going to be ruined by storms, sweltering, boiling storms. And that can't be helped. There's not a lot we can do about that. In fact, that's part of the beauty of it. Is this beacon, this tower will stand out. So we have one more room to decorate, and then we're complete. This should be the workroom. very much. Let's see about maybe getting some of these robotic arms in here. Right? And this is where we're going to put the Octo cabinet. Actually, yes. I very much liked the way that looked, and I would like to grow its scale. Perhaps not too awful large. Large enough that it draws attention to the robotic arms. Large enough that we're able to put the blue lights on the Octo cabinet, right? Oh, so bright. It's blinding. No, this is good. This is actually very good. It's a centerpiece. It doesn't really do anything. You still have the view behind it, and then the corners. So in the corners, oh, I want to mess with these other things, these light boxes and music boxes. This isn't the time, and it isn't the place. Could make a little bit of glass for this terrarium. Perhaps we should go into some decorative plants. Of course. We have to interact with the local flora. And plus these plants, we have not... Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. That looks very good. Let's continue the trend and find something here in the corner. I don't know if that's really what I want. Are we selected on the right color? We are not. Let's get there. What color? I know you don't have to ask. It's blue. I told you anyways. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to get a few of these things painted blue that we did not paint blue when we installed them. The robotic hands look good. I think we can just put these right above the window here. Is it overkill? No. Does it need more lighting? Perhaps. But then we're just putting the blue lights everywhere. Is that bad, though? I'm a fan of these blue lights. Oh, sure. Sure. That looks very good. I think we'll stick with the carpet on the floor. Oh, they're not going to allow me to do it while that is there. No, then again, you know what? Let's not overdo it. Again, this is all secondary. This is all secondary to this place being about one thing and one thing only. And it's not the decorations. The decorations are nice. We want people to have something to look at when they get here. But this place is going to be about giving back. So once we've spent our time, we've decorated everything, we've got this place looking nice and amazing. Look at that rainbow formed from that scorching storm. This is wonderful. This is something I can get behind. I feel like this is probably, in all fairness, my best base. Not that I'm not a fan of the manufacturing headquarters on Terra Nautica. I am. I think that's a really great base. But does it compare to this and what this will do, what this will mean for others? Probably not. Probably not even close. And on that note, I think we're going to take some oxygen. And that means in the next episode, we'll be moving on, fully complete with this location. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, take care.